Today on Community Cooking, we have guest chef and party planner extraordinaire Randy Fuhrman back with us, making a beautiful breakfast menu. We're taking hash browns and eggs to a whole other level and mini granola yogurt cups with fresh berries. We're cooking with some of the best chefs from right here in our own community, so grab a seat and get comfortable. We have another great meal for you. This is your Community Cooking. Hi, and welcome to Community Cooking. I'm your host, Maria Prekachis, and I'm always excited to have this gentleman next to me in the kitchen, Randy Fuhrman. So happy you're here.
Well, thank you. I'm glad to be back.
I know. We have fun.
I missed you.
I missed you too. It's been so long.
Really.
So let's talk first. Chef, party planner, and you are party planner extraordinaire. You do some big functions.
I've done some big functions. Yeah, the largest one I've done is 20,000 people. So, in Vegas, actually.
In Vegas?
Yeah.
Well, that takes it to a whole other level.
Well, you have to drive everything there, considering I'm located here. So, yeah. It's like moving a little city. You know, you just have to be really organized and put it together.
I mean, how I, can maybe cook dinner for 10, but how do you plan on, 10 to 20,000 people?
Well, it's actually, when you're doing something like this and it's station parties, I create every station to be its own entity. So I hire a separate chef, separate staff, a separate kitchen. So if Paris is burning and you're doing Italian food, Paris burns down and you keep Italy going. It's just, you just have to be very, very organized, and everybody has their own jobs, not to cross-pollinate and make it very messy.
And you're the ringmaster and say, okay, Paris, you do this, Italy, Greek, perhaps?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd work for you, but I'd be the server. There's no chefing for me. That's why I bring people like you in.
Well, yeah, but you're fabulous, though.
Oh, so. Thank you. So what's the smallest? Do you still do small, intimate affairs?
2.
Okay.
Dinners are 2, or breakfast in bed.
Oh, how fun.
Yeah, great. It's a great thing. I do great stuff, like New Orleans French toast, mustard, champagne mustard covered Canadian bacon, things along that line. Do like omelets, special omelets. Just having fun, frittata, whatever you want, whatever makes you happy.
Well, and you enjoy it. Speaking of breakfast, we're doing breakfast today.
We are.
What's on the menu?
We're going to do bird's nests that are done they're done with shredded potato, and they're done with you can use your favorite cheese. I'm using a Jack and Cheddar. You could use jalapeno Jack. You could use a Sharp. You could use Munster. You could use any type of cheese. It's going to have eggs. It has salt, pepper, garlic. I've added the salt and pepper, just a little bit more flavor, butter. And then we're going to finish it off. I have a corn black bean relish to put on top of it to make it a little bit more fun, a little south of the border type of feeling.
Well, and they're going to go in muffin tins, and
Correct.
A lot of people are doing something similar to like this because then they last. They last for almost a week.
Well, it's great because you can actually do these and get them done, get them crisp, then cool them, lay them on a cookie sheet, freeze them, and then put them together in a bag so that when you need to do something, you can pull them out and put the cheese and egg in and bake them again, and you're fine.
See, that's great. We like it simple and easy.
Very.
So, and this is simple and easy. We have just frozen hash browns?
Not frozen.
Did you fresh?
They're fresh. They're fresh.
Of course they are, too.
And you can get them at any store. Normally, they're right near the egg department. Normally, they're right side by side.
Okay.
And if it's not worse comes to worst. If you really want to work
Maria
harder,
Prekachis.
if you really want to work harder, want to peel the potatoes and grate them, you can do it yourself. But then you have to put a little bit of, you have to wash and get the starch off and everything. These are already processed and already done for you.
Now, could you do frozen and then thaw them out, or are frozen potatoes meant to just go in the skillet?
Well, I imagine you could do frozen. I haven't done frozen. I would think that if you got stuck, as long as they're frozen, not browned.
Yeah. Okay.
They'd have to be frozen raw, because if they're browned, then you're browning them again, and then they'll probably get too brown and they'll dry out and be nothing.
So just go with the fresh.
So we're going to spray the tins
muffin
first.
Tins. I love muffin tins, and these are regular size, not the mini, because you want a little substance. I'm hungry.
Spray them really well, because you want to make sure that you get all the area, including around the outer edge, because it might.
I was going to say, you're spraying that whole pan.
Absolutely.
Top to bottom.
All right. So this is our shredded potatoes. Here's our butter that I'm going to pour over it.
There's nothing wrong with a little butter.
There's nothing wrong with any butter.
And that's not a lot for all those potatoes.
No. Then we're going to do A little bit salt to taste because I used unsalted butter.
I know everyone cooks. I use salted butter a lot, especially when I bake.
Well, normally
Tell me not
I
to.
use regular butter, and I can always add salt because you can't
Yeah.
take the salt away. And then
This
the
is true.
pepper,
And
and then garlic.
a little garlic powder.
Give it a little flavor. Now, you could do some things fun yourself. You could add some chili powder.
Oh, yeah.
You could add, you could add some other seasonings that you love, that you would like. That would be great. It doesn't have to be just this. You can get crazy and do your own thing with different seasonings.
Well, and your salt's pink. I always ask every chef what kind of salt do they like.
That's
or is it just-
Himalayan.
Okay. Because
So-
some have more minerals than others. It's very, you have to keep up on it.
So, all right. Once this is mixed, then we start.
And just,
And what you do is you just push it in so that, thank you,
I'll hold for you.
thank you.
Won't put me to work. So you push it in and around.
Right, push
So
it in around. You want to indent it so that you can put you want it to be big enough so the egg can actually go inside.
And look, they look like little bird's nests, hence the name.
Uh-huh. Very good.
That's cool. See, you can kind of be messy. This is my
Yeah.
type of, cooking.
Yeah.
So tell me, how did you get into chefing and party planning and all of that?
My mom was the youngest of 6 kids. So she did everything the best. I mean, that's just the way it was. She sewed, she knitted, she was a concert pianist, and she was an excellent cook. And of course, I got thrown out of the kitchen. My mother never wanted me in the kitchen. Whenever she was cooking, she'd throw me out. And then when my parents would go out, I would get the babysitter drunk, and then I would bake cakes and things in the kitchen. And my mother would come home and be infuriated, but...
Because did you clean up, or did you just bake and made
No,
a
no,
mess?
I cleaned up, but I'm a messy cook, but what can I tell you?
I think that's
So-
part of the fun.
It is.
That is so... I never have heard that story in all the years I've known you.
Yeah, and that's how I started. I got thrown out. I got thrown out of my house, and she said, "Abe, I don't care what it takes. He's out. He's gone. That's it. We're done." And that's how I started, which was, I thank her all the time.
That is so funny. I know a lot of people, I think it's either one extreme or another. They cooked with their mom or dad all the time, or they wouldn't let them cook or bake, so...
Well, when she got, now, like the other day, my mom's now 92.
Oh, wow.
And she just called me because someone called her about her meatloaf, and she said, "Randy, I just don't remember." And I said, "Mom, here's what you do," and then I could tell
Oh,
that
God bless her.
So it was fun.
Yeah. We always thought my mom, knew how to cook like a million things.
Mm-hmm.
Because we were Greek, so we had a lot of Mediterranean cuisine.
Did you get to go in the kitchen though?
Yeah, as long as I cleaned up. I could always cook or bake. I like to bake. I was a big brownie and cake maker.
Yeah, that's a whole different science too.
It is. Well, when you have it in a box, it's pretty easy. But
Well, yeah, I was just gonna say, I was going to go there, but
I wasn't that. But no, she said, as long as you clean up, you can make whatever you want. And I'm a messy cook and baker, so.
Well, my friends know if they come to dinner, I'll cook, and they normally have to wash the dishes.
Oh, perfect.
I figure that's a decent trade-off.
Yeah. No, but I love coming home and cooking for my man and trying new things. And I have my go-tos, which aren't a lot, but something like this would be great because when you don't have time and breakfast on the go, you just, like you said, grab them, or you can freeze them, or.
Yeah, but before they're not with the egg in them.
Yes. Okay. Make a note of that, everyone. Look at that. Bunch of bird's nests. Tweet, tweet. All right. I will take these to the oven temp at 425.
Yeah.
Okay. And about for how long?
I think it's 15 minutes, I think.
Okay. Somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Well, while those are cooking, it's a great time for a break then. And when we come back, mini yogurt cups, fresh berries, fruits.
Yes, that's it. You got it.
All sounds good. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Community Cooking.
Whether you need a hand shopping for groceries, using up scraps, or finishing every bite, Meal Prep Mate can help you plan better and save more. Whether you're a newbie getting your first taste, a meal prepper honing your chops, or a meal prep pro hungry for a challenge, you can learn how to eat smarter, plan better, and save more at every step of meal prep. When you finish every bite, you save. Start prepping with Meal Prep Mate at SaveTheFood.com.
Welcome back to Community Cooking. If you're just joining us, I'm your host, Maria Prekachis, and we are with the fantastic Mr. Randy Fuhrman. So the hash brown bird's nests are cooking in the oven.
They're browning.
They're browning. And we're going to do some granola, but you have
These
another...
are mini bird's nests.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
I know, I'm like, what's this
they're,
up?
they're a little tin also. So you take your granola. I'm using a ginger almond granola. You can use any type of granola you like, you know. But I like this because I like the ginger in it. It's nice to go with the yogurt.
Okay. Yeah, mini granola cups. And
Right.
So,
And then I'm taking my brown sugar
okay.
and then my melted butter.
Yum. We love food processors. That one's deluxe. Mine
It
doesn't
is.
look like that.
You want to grind it up like almost like graham cracker meal.
Oh, okay. I mean, granola, brown sugar, and butter. I'm in.
Okay.
So the butter gives it a little,
It binds
it together.
Right. We've already sprayed the pan again with nonstick.
Okay.
So we put this in, and again, you do the same thing.
Can we watch that blade, please? I know. I know you're very experienced, but you're making me nervous. Thank you. And yeah, giving it to me is not much better, but thank you. Oh, so you just...
Right. It's just like almost like doing a cheesecake. You're putting the crumbs in.
And you actually get quite a bit of it in.
Right. Because you're only going to put a small dollop of the yogurt.
Yogurt, okay.
Right.
Because they're mini yogurt.
They're little bite-sized things. They're great for a brunch or breakfast, a little thing. They're great for a little dessert after bite instead of a pastry.
Oh, yeah. A little more healthy. I mean, but you have to watch the granola in big... Some granola, everyone thinks they're eating healthy, and they do, you know, big bowl in the morning. I'm like, that's not super healthy. Some is better than others.
Yes, it's just pending.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've got to make sure you really press it in, otherwise when you try to take these out, they'll fall apart.
Okay. I love it. So do you have a meal that you like to prepare for? Is it brunch, lunch, dinner?
You know, I kind of like it. I don't really have a favorite meal because it's really pending on... I like pleasing the people around me, so I really like to know what they like.
Okay.
And go from there. You know,
Brunch.
Okay.
In case you're curious, next time you come over and...
Well, that's why we're doing these.
I know. I was so excited to hear the menu. You know, I'll eat eggs any time of the day.
Well, eggs are easy.
Yeah.
You know, it's an easy way out. And fast.
Well, I've been into hard-boiled eggs lately. I mean, I can never have enough.
Not my favorite.
Really?
Out of all the
eggs.
eggs.
See, deviled eggs? Now we're talking.
Oh, well, deviled eggs, that's no.
That's a different story.
That's a different story.
A little mayo mustard. I do relish in mine.
A little caper, a little Dijon mustard.
We were talking capers not so long ago, and the caper berries.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I can just eat those out of the jar.
Okay, we're almost done.
Lovely. See? Easy, too.
And again, these can be done and
I was
frozen.
gonna say, can you... Okay.
Yeah.
And then these, I'm going to swap the bird's nests for these, and then about how long will we be cooking
About,
the
I'd say
shells?
5 to 7 minutes.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay.
There we go. We good? I'll feed the crew.
Okay.
Yeah, you definitely want to get it in there.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to swap. I'm going to get my hot pad and swap those out for the ones that are in the oven. Perfect.
Okay.
All right, and you said about how long for these?
Between 5 and 8 minutes.
Okay. Oh my gosh, the bird's nest hash browns smell so good. I'm going to need 2 pot holders though. Oh, look at those.
All right, you can put it right on here.
Caution, hot.
All right, they could be done a little bit more, but
Okay.
because we're doing it, we'll put the cheese in an egg, and then
Okay.
we'll bake it, and they'll get crisp from underneath, so we'll be fine.
Okay.
I think I'm going to reverse this and put the egg in first.
Does it usually matter or?
No, it doesn't
Okay,
matter.
there for your shells. Look at that. Yeah, you crack good eggs. And I was going to say, some people do it on the side of the dish.
And you should use smaller eggs.
I was going to say, those are big eggs.
These are extra large. You should use medium to small eggs.
Now, I've heard that fresh eggs, I've never had them. Some of my friends have chickens.
Uh-huh.
Are fabulous.
Oh, they are.
Look at those are some big ones.
Yeah, they are. I always like buying bigger eggs, and I wasn't thinking.
Well, yeah. I like jumbo for my hard-boiled. And look at that, though. Okay, my stomach just growled so loudly. So it's a good thing we're cooking.
See,
and so we put
they're
salt.
Going all over. It's going all over it.
So we put salt and pepper in the hash browns,
right?
And then there's going to be salt in the cheese,
right?
So
and there'll be some salsa on top of it too.
Yeah, so we don't need to salt or pepper the egg, really.
No.
Okay. So you said you're a messy cook. Hello,
I am.
messy chef.
This is prime example.
Oh, so note to self: smaller eggs.
All right, let's put this in and we'll let it set up for a second,
Okay.
and then we'll.
Then we'll add the cheese.
Yeah, we'll add the cheese because I wanted to. You can almost broil it.
Good time for a break. When we come back, we'll have everything plated up. These will be set. We'll add a little cheese to it and taste. There you go.
Perfect.
We'll be right back. You're watching Community Cooking. Welcome back to Community Cooking. Randy's been hard at work filling our mini granola cups, and these came out great, the bottoms.
And what's great is because we're a little short on time, so what we did is we stuck them in the freezer after they came out of the oven to make them sit and firm up. And all you do is take a cookie sheet, put it over the other side, and then flip them and just tap them, and they'll come right out.
Oh, I love it.
So this is blueberry yogurt. I did 3 different types of yogurt.
Well, and the presentation is beautiful. And then you add a little mint.
I do add a little mint. So I have blueberry yogurt, raspberry yogurt, and lemon.
Ooh, really? Yum.
Mm-hmm.
Which one should I try?
Well, if you like lemon and raspberries, I would do the one with the raspberry.
Okay. And the mint just adds a little something, something, because I eat mint. I mean, it's for garnish, but do you eat that piece of mint too?
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
I'm not going to put it on all of them.
Okay.
But it just gives it a little color.
Yum. All right.
There you go.
Style me up. I'll go raspberry with the beautiful mint. All right, well, I taste this. Now, the egg bird's nest turned out great.
Right. So now what do you want me to, I'll start putting the salsa on it. So here's.
That base with the granola and the spices.
Well, because the ginger. And ginger's really good. Ginger is great for digestive. So it's really good in the morning to have ginger.
Oh. Continue. I'll just enjoy.
Okay. So then this is the salsa I'm using, which is a black bean and fresh corn.
And those set up nicely, and you just have to let them cool a little bit, but
Right.
not too much when you take them out.
Right.
I'm going to finish this because it's good.
There we go.
They're so pretty. I hate to eat them. Oh, but I
And
will.
they're tasty, too.
Look at me. I'm ready.
There
And
we
the corn
go.
salsa again, what does it have in it?
It's corn, peppers, a little bit of vinegar. It has black beans. Are you ready?
You love this. I'm such a...
Eat, drink, and be cozy.
Oh, eat, drink, and have fun with Randy.
Here we go.
Oh, look at that. The cheese, it's still hot. The bird's nest.
Let's see how we did.
Oh, and the egg's perfect. It's not too hard.
Yeah, it should be great.
So simple, but yum. And that salsa,
Yeah, salsa's really
the icing on the cake or the topping on
And you
the
could
bird's
and you could
nest.
also put sour cream there too if you wanted to. You can put cilantro, green onions. There's lots of ways you can finish off garnishing this.
Okay, but that is so good. Yeah, all the spices in the salsa mixed with the egg and hash browns.
Right. Nice.
I don't know what you're going to eat, but I'm going to finish that plate.
I'm going to watch you.
I know. He knows I can do it. Thank you so much for coming in and sharing these fabulous recipes.
It's my pleasure. It's always a pleasure to be with you.
And remember, we really hope you try these at home because they are delicious. On behalf of the entire crew, Randy and myself, thank you for joining us. And remember, we really do have some of the best chefs right here in our own community. We'll see you next time on Community Cooking.
If you'd like a copy of the recipes seen on this show, send us a self-addressed stamped envelope to the Office of Cable and Community Relations. That's 3350 Civic Center Drive, Suite 200 in Torrance, California, 90503. Be sure to note the show number displayed on the screen. And don't forget you can find all the fresh ingredients used on today's show at the Farmers Market. Visit the one here in Torrance at Wilson Park. That's located at 2200 Crenshaw Boulevard. They're open every Tuesday and Saturday from 8 a.m. until 1 p.m., rain or shine. And if you'd like to be a guest on our show, email us at communitycooking@torranceca.gov and check us out online at youtube.com/TorranceCityCable and like us on Facebook at Community Cooking TV.